Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's Tony from Safe Haven. And before we begin, I wanted you to take a second to click like, click subscribe, share the video with two friends, and get the word out there, right? So, the question we all ask ourselves when we are, and I'm speaking specifically to people who have been in romantic relationships with who with people who they think are narcs, right? Question is my ex a narcissist, right? Because what happens is we start doing all this research and then we may have someone who doesn't display all the tendencies, but something we feel something is off, something's wrong, right? And I'm here to tell you this, right? This is a very important question. It's a very valid question. Is my ex a narcissist? Well, the reality is, unless you're a certified therapist, life coach, whatever, you can't make that determination, right? You know what the signs and symptoms are. In fact, I'll put a link to the video in which I talk about those signs and symptoms. But I think the question you need to really ask yourself, or the series of questions, are: is being with someone who's hurt you really worth it? What I mean by that, right? So, say for instance, you've been with somebody for a set amount of time, things don't work out in a healthy relationship, healthy breakup. There's a discussion, and then it's agreed, all right, look, we got to go our separate ways, right? Whereas a lot of times with narcs, they'll go and they'll, either plan the discard or plan the breakup at the worst possible time. You're sick, you lost your job, or there's a family member issue, or, it's the holidays or whatever, and boom, they hit you with the, it's not working out, I gotta go, and they bounce, right? Or they're lying, or they're cheating, or you catch them in lies, or whatever the case may be. But then the other time, most of the time, they're on their good behavior. So now you're wondering, like, are they really a narc? Should I really be this way? Should I give them a second chance? Listen, let me tell you something. Gentlemen, if a woman ups and leaves you after you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're providing, you're protecting, you're being faithful, you're raising the children, you're pursuing your career, you're doing what you have to do, and she decides to up and leave, look, it don't matter if she's a narc or a possible narc or somewhere in the spectrum or just a regular old jerk. It doesn't matter. You don't take her back. Don't look back. Don't think that, well, she was my only one. She was the one. Nah, she ain't the one. Okay? She bounced. She left you. Take it as a learning, as a stepping stone. Get your life together, get your priorities together, get better, get healthier, get financially fit, emotionally, mentally, physically fit, okay? And then go and find somebody else, right? Don't sit here and hang on to the whole, well, I got to overanalyze and I got to piece together what she said and what she did. No. Listen, any woman who's going to up and leave you, either A, for another man, or B, because, you hit a rough spot and she doesn't want to go on the ride with you, all of that stuff, let her go. Ladies, if a guy's going to be out here running around on you, cheating, this and that, and then he runs off with his secretary, leaves you holding the bag, or, he he out here lying about where he's at and all this other stuff, don't take him back. That's it. It's done. Get yourself together. Get yourself emotionally fit and mentally fit, physically fit, financially fit, and then go and get somebody better, right? And just move forward, right? At the end of the day, you got to ask yourself. The questions you shouldn't ask are they a narcissist? The questions you need to ask yourself are, did they lie a lot? Did they manipulate me? Did they purposely make me and others feel less than they are or they were? When I would approach them about issues, did they gaslight me and put everything back on me? Or did I feel like I was listened to and respected? When I told them about problems, did they take responsibility and actually put in plans to fix things? Or did they go and blame it all on me or on circumstances or on upbringing or this and that, right? When given the opportunity, did they run out and cheat on me with other people or were they faithful, right? Were they lying to me about their whereabouts or were they honest and upfront? These are the questions. And the questions, if the answers are coming back as no, it don't matter if they are somewhere in the NPD spectrum or if they can be clinically diagnosed, right? It would help because it would give us some kind of closure as the people who are left behind in the wake of their destruction says, well, yeah, they've got a disorder, right? But the reality is that these people are just straight up, they were jerks to you, right? And if you can look at those questions and come back as a no, then you got no business trying to rekindle anything with them. You got no business trying to work it out with them. You got no business hoping for them to see the error of their ways and fix themselves and come back. Now listen, can miracles happen? Yeah. I think a lot of us believe in higher powers. I'm one of them. But let's not hold our breath waiting for them to get it, right? you're going to be sitting there a long time, okay? At the end of the day, did they treat you right or were they abusive? Were they manipulative? Were they lying to you? Okay, if they were not being ethical and upfront with you, if they were making themselves make you feel that you were less than they are, or that you had to listen to them or walk on eggshells around them or change yourself to please them, or else they would either get mad or they would stonewall you or they'll leave you or things of that nature, then yeah, you don't need them in your life, period. Well, what if we have kids together? It's still, just go gray rock, just go low contact, okay? Don't talk crap about them in front of the children and understand that they're not going to act and move in the way that's the best interest of the children, right? They're going to move and act in a way that pleases them, whether it's to hurt you or to get themselves attention or whatever. But don't let that be a ball and chain for you to stay pining away for people who mistreat you. Period. It doesn't matter if they are a narc. It doesn't matter if you can clinically diagnose them. No, these people squandered you. They squandered your love. They squandered your time. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter. Okay? They misuse you. They misuse your time. They misuse your emotions. They misuse your gifts, your money, your physical efforts. They did all of that, okay? And there's no point in looking back and trying to overanalyze, because what happens is we can get into a rut and we're stuck in overanalyzing what they're doing, what they said, what they did. And that's good to a point. But what happens is we forget that we got to focus on building ourselves up. We got to focus on moving forward. We got to focus on living our lives and saying, hey, listen, you know what? I got to pick up the pieces and move on, right? So I say all that to say this. Please ask the right questions, right? And that's not an admonishment or you got to, no, look at it in a different way. Are they a narc? Are they not? Probably, more likely than not. But at the end of the day, were they doing right by you? No. Or were they lying to you? Yes. Were they taking up your time? Yes. Were they triangulating you or make you feel jealous of other people or trying to make you feel like they were better than you are, or going around to your friends and making them feel uncomfortable by bragging and saying, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that? If they did that, yeah, fine. Goodbye. They're done. You don't need that in your life. You don't. It's about you right now. It's about getting you back on track. It's about you moving forward. It's about you becoming 10x version of yourself. Okay? That's all that matters. It's your growth. In life, you're either going through it or you're growing through it. It's time for you to grow, baby. Grow. Y'all have a good one.